All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Comfort Zone podcast, episode
14?
14?
I think.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it's 14.
I think it's 14. Let me check. I think it's 14. Hold on.
So prepared already.
I know, we're so prepared. I think it's 14. 14? If I scroll up here, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, 14. Christmas Day was 13.
Yeah.
This is the first podcast of 2026.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Which is kind of weird. Happy New Year, everyone. Hope everyone's safe and, chilling, watching this with Nan or something. I don't know.
No, just with Nan.
Yeah, as you do. But no, we appreciate everyone who's stopped by, who's come back for the new year. We've big plans for 2026.
Big plans.
So we're actually very excited. But however, we did want to get this podcast in as our first of the year, which we had spoke about briefly, I think, in the last podcast, in the Christmas podcast.
Yeah.
But we wanted to do a podcast on Stranger Things.
Stranger Things, yeah.
Obviously,
Season 5.
The Netflix series, if anyone's been living under a rock.
Yeah, true.
The biggest Netflix series,
I think,
of all time. Biggest Netflix original series.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yes, obviously the finale's come out. It's been a massive
thing. People are still talking about it.
Yeah, there's theories flying around. There's
people think there was going to be an extra episode as well.
January 7th, and a lot of people were kind of just waiting up. Like, I spoke to somebody yesterday who was telling me, like, they literally were set up that morning on January 7th, like just refreshing Netflix, waiting for it to come up.
Why did they think?
I was going to ask you that question. Why did they think? What was the?
I think it's because
I seen something about a conformity gate. Do you know what that means?
I have no idea what that
All
means.
right, so we're not as well prepared as we probably should be. But that was there was something around that was going to be like the episode title or something like that. Oh, by the way, we should probably preface we're in actually a new little setting here. It's actually, I actually like this better.
Yeah, this is really nice.
I'm looking at myself on camera right now, and it looks actually very nice.
Yeah.
So
what it looks like to use is just that we have a couch.
Yeah, we're in Owen's house.
Yeah.
And we've hogged his sitting room. We took his mother hostage, and we said, "Listen,
we're taking the sitting room.
It's too cold outside, so we're gonna come in here."
It's been freezing. Literally freezing.
Yeah, it's
last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So
I do look forward to a few summer podcasts. We might even get to do an outdoor podcast. That would be pretty cool.
That would be sick.
Just like the first podcast we did together. But
yeah, that's true. And that's when I first saw the trailer for Stranger Things as well on that podcast.
It is, yeah. I think you watched it before the podcast. And we spoke about Stranger Things on the very first podcast. So
full circle.
And that day we did speak about maybe one day we'll do a full Stranger Things podcast, and here we are.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess we'll kind of recap a little bit on kind of what season 1 to 4 brought us a little bit. We're going to talk about our expectations going into season 5. Mm-hmm. Then we're going to just generally just have a bit of discussion. Obviously, the main discussion is going to be on the ending and volume 3 specifically. And we might discuss certain things like best character, worst character, little awards kind of thing, just to wrap it up. I don't know how long this is going to go on for. We did a little bit of research, but ultimately I just wanted to have a general discussion, not too. I didn't want to have
conclusions or anything.
Yeah, I didn't want to have a script. I didn't want to have a script kind of written out.
Yeah.
So should we start with season kind of 4? How season 4 kind of wrapped up, right?
Yeah, I mean that's kind of where the Vecna thing kind of started, where he was introduced. Mainly.
Yeah, he was slowly introduced throughout season 4.
Yeah.
I loved season 4. I think
it was up there to one of the top ones, to be fair.
Yeah, a lot of people discussed like what was your favourite form of Vecna, I guess. Was it Henry as in 1? Was it Vecna or was it Mr. Whatsit? For me personally, I think Henry was my favorite. Like in the lab, was my favorite version. Like
so helpful and jolly.
Yeah,
and
you see him just slowly twist.
Yeah, oh man. And then I only notice now that he did that to 11.
Yeah,
like he was like really friendly with her, trying to help her. Like what Mr. Whatsit was doing.
Yeah,
like he went full circle as well with the other kids. He was like, oh no, you need to help me get rid of this big bad. Don't go out into the forest and everything. So he was trying to manipulate them, like he was trying to manipulate
her, but she just didn't kind of
didn't feel it,
didn't fall into it. Yeah.
But
really quick, like we'll probably touch on it later, but Jamie Campbell, like the fella that plays Vet, like fucking hell, he's some actor, man.
Yeah,
he is some actor. Like I think the one thing about him though is that he will always just suit an evil kind of character.
Yeah, or just a really unhinged type of character.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'd say he'll be cast very quickly in a lot of different things because fucking hell, he's some actor.
Yeah,
and the voice of Vecna, it wasn't even. It was probably morphed a lot and like edited and stuff, but he could naturally do
a deeper,
that very deep evil voice, which was very interesting. So he was fantastic. But ultimately, so at the end of season 4 is that when we truly learn about it shows him kind of getting banished.
Well, no, we into
the abyss.
Sorry, yes, into the abyss, and then the world kind of split in 4. Or like Hawkins split in 4. That's how season 4 ended, when they were on top of the hill.
When it splits, the 4 gates.
Yeah. And then it jumps a whole year, I think.
Yeah, it was a year later, wasn't it?
A year later, and then season 5 started. So they wanted to try and keep it on the real timeline of how the last season came out.
So you know that in season 5, then I'm jumping a little bit here, but you know when they talked about a year, the whole theory was a year to the day.
Yeah. Or 5 years to the day.
What?
It was 5 years to the day when Will went missing. Is that what you're on about?
Oh, was it?
Yeah, so it was what was it, the 7th of November? Or 5th?
6th of November,
6th of November.
It was 5 years.
It was 5 years
since Will went missing.
Yeah, it was 5 years since the show started. Like.
Okay, yeah, true.
Yeah. So they wanted to try and keep it on the same timeline as when the seasons were going.
It is a clever way to work around it, though, isn't it? I suppose with their
especially
age gaps and how fucking old they've gotten and trying to play teenagers and stuff. But yeah, so had you any expectations going into season 5? I know you said you had a few expectations.
I had a few. I wasn't really disappointed, but more so, I feel like there should have been more loss. In season 5, like we had the scare with Steve, that he almost fell off the tower. Yeah. Because that was my prediction that he was going to die.
Yeah.
I think I said that in my first pod.
I think so, yeah.
That I think he is going to die. And Nancy was in the bathroom getting, like, was in hysterics, but we found out that was from her mum.
Oh, yeah, from her mother. Yeah, true.
Well, I thought at least Steve was going to die after Dustin and him made up.
I thought Ted died, you know, when...
Yeah, like there was nothing from him. I know there was barely anything from him in the whole series.
So when he got attacked, that was volume 1. And then the next time you see him is in
volume 3.
The final fucking scene. Nearly the final scene.
Yeah.
I'm like, Jesus, like... He's played a decent role in that show. Like, I was kind of like, that's a bit... I think they did mention it, that they both kind of were in, at the very least, kind of critical condition, that they had survived. Yeah.
Yeah, he was actually in a medically induced coma.
He was in a coma and then, he survived at the end.
Yeah. He said two like a sentence at the start and then one word at the very end.
Yeah. Stuff like that with kind of deaths of characters or something like that. Like, that kind of really irks me. It's like, what was the last Thor film? Was that Love and Thunder?
I believe so, yeah.
And in it, what's Natalie Portman's character called? Jane. Yeah. And in the first 10 minutes, it's like, oh, Jane's ill. Then it just jumps straight to, oh, she has cancer. And then it's like, oh, she's dead. I remember watching that movie. She did die in it, right? Yeah.
I think she dies.
Yeah, she dies in it.
She had to give up the powers. Yeah.
But I remember that happened so quickly in the movie. There was no time to process it. It wasn't dragged out. It was just like, oh, she's sick. Oh, she has. She's dead. Oh, she's dead.
They kind of rushed that because I know that was accurate in the comics that she had cancer and everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, okay. It was comic accurate.
Yeah. Well, that's fair. Yeah.
But they kind of just did it as a narrative. They never said it previously in any other Thor movies.
I get you. Yeah.
You know. So.
Yeah, true. But I think I do give them a little. There's been a lot of criticisms thrown around about the show, and I do give them do try and cut them a bit of slack, because I'm like, there's so many things that they have to get in, and there's so many things that the fans want, and there's so many like, you're naturally going to upset some people, and
like, you're not going to meet everyone's expectations. To be
like, I'm sure they don't get fans in and they sit them around the table, like they get a sample size in of fans, and I'm sure they don't sit them around the table and go, right, what do we want from this ending? You know, they have to come up with it themselves.
Like, I think the main kind of ending for season 5 was pretty good.
The ending for season 5,
they kind of wrapped it up how they started with the whole D&D session, and how Mike was narrating how their stories end, and well, not end but continue in a way, like he was narrating what it was going to be in real life.
Do you feel like it was dragged out a lot, the show, or season 5?
No, I really liked the pacing of season 5.
Did you? I
really did, because it was longer episodes. Like the finale was 2 hours long. I feel like that was perfect.
You think so?
Yeah. Some shows rush it a bit. I feel like I'd rather a dragged out show than a rushed show, or a movie, even in that case.
Yeah, I wouldn't want it to feel rushed. You're right there, actually. Yeah. Season 1, though, the good thing about it though was, I remember watching it, and not immediately it sort of grips you.
Yeah.
And right at the start, obviously, we learn how Vecna captured Will and stuff like that as well.
Yeah.
And it sort of grips you straight away. Like, I just remember feeling my heart just fucking racing the whole time watching it,
as he's running away from this figure. Because how that figure actually acted was not like a Demogorgon.
It wasn't, but then they look back on clips, and it does look like a Demogorgon, though. It doesn't look like Vecna.
I know, but like when Will was on the street and he saw just a shadow figure, it was standing still upright. Usually the Demogorgons, I know they're part of the whole hive mind, but they usually just pounce and grab it. They don't waste any time.
Yeah, they don't stalk. They hunt. So
I feel like that was Vecna, that he was either there or watching and with a Demogorgon, or he was the only one that captured Will.
But it is weird in that, though, he didn't capture any of the children necessarily. The 12 children, then the Demogorgons were sent to capture the kids.
But that's only theory. There's no thing about it. Obviously in season 5 we saw the Demogorgons capture, but in season 1 we have no idea. It sounds like a Demogorgon, but it could be could be him, could be both of them, I don't know. But I just like that kind of callback to that night.
True. But of course in season volume 1 we obviously learn about Holly being captured. She ends up getting captured. Nell Fisher as an actor, fantastic as a child actor.
Honestly, she is going
Irish
to places.
Roots, right?
I think so.
Irish roots, because I'd seen a lot of people saying like her accent like slipped through a lot in the series.
Oh really? I didn't even notice.
And like her little voice cracks and stuff like that.
Oh.
Like when she's being, but I feel like she did great because she had a lot of screen time in that season.
Yeah, well, I mean,
like a lot of screen time.
We've seen her since the very first season. I know it was a different actor, but the character was there.
Yeah.
But I'm so glad that they put her as the main character for the season. Yeah, she was amazing. Like, she was an amazing actor.
She was very good in
the season.
Yeah.
And it just kind of brings like her into it, even though it's just a like, you have Nancy, you have Mike, and then now the mom and dad are involved because they got attacked.
Yeah.
Why leave Holly out? Or why kill off Holly?
But I kind of liked that. I kind of liked that she was just a cute little innocent one that wasn't involved in all of this, and all this stuff is happening around her and she has no kind of idea. But did they tease it at one point? Remember when Holly was looking out the window at the end of season 4? Do you remember right at the end of season 4 and Holly was looking out the window?
She could have
right at the end.
Mr. Watson.
Yeah.
Possibly.
There were theories about that scene. I know that was literally the last scene. I think Karen and Holly were looking out the window at something.
Oh, right. Okay.
And there were theories surrounded that she had seen something that not necessarily anyone else had seen. I don't know. That's cool. I'm throwing a random thing out there, but
I know that's pretty cool kind of callback just to kind of set up.
Yeah.
But
I think I was delighted for how good of a child actor she is, because I wasn't necessarily fully on board. The whole kids thing, it kind of felt a bit weird watching it. Felt a little bit pedo-y.
Well, yeah,
me.
I mean, that's fair, but like at the same time, that was what 11 went through.
Yeah.
That all those kids being experimented on.
Yeah, true.
It was literally just a whole new thing that that Vecna was doing instead of Mr. Brenner.
Mr. Brenner?
Professor Brenner.
Martin Brenner? Dr. Brenner?
Dr. Brenner.
Martin Brenner.
Dr. Brenner, yeah.
Martin.
Martin.
Yeah, but I think, I don't know, just the whole, I guess we will get onto it like later, but the whole, like, using 12 kids is enough to pull a planet towards another planet, kind of. I was going, it is a bit of an interesting way to do it, that just these 12 kids is able to help you bring crash planets together.
Yeah, it was
but I suppose with that's the whole way the series had been built up, is manipulating, especially the fact that they were weak minds.
Yeah.
You know, if they were like strong-minded children or whatever, like, you know, if they weren't portrayed as like weak-minded children.
Yeah, that's why they had to be that young as well.
Yeah.
Because they didn't know, they like trusted Mr. Watson so easily.
Yeah.
And that's why they were weak-minded.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like even Holly was, even though when she switched halfway when she met Max,
mm-hmm.
she was still weak-minded at that point because she didn't believe in herself until she escaped.
Yeah.
You know, she didn't even believe in herself.
Yeah, true.
And then they had the whole monologue.
So that's a good character development in that sense, that she was probably a weak-minded, innocent child at the start, but she learns and she catches on very quickly.
Yeah, yeah.
And naturally at the start she thought Max was the bad one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But she was able to catch on quite quick. And ultimately I suppose that plays a big part in Will's development, and that Vecna comes to him in that scene in the military base and tells him why he was chosen, that he was a weak-minded, easily manipulated child.
That arc as well, yeah.
Yeah, and then that he uses that to sort of then tap into his powers.
Yeah. I'm so glad that his powers isn't exactly like 11's. I feel like because he does it by mentally restraining them, then physically.
Do you think they could have done more with it? I know they did they did in the final battle. Like Will did tap into his powers near the end, didn't he, for the final battle? But I think that was such a big thing in Volume 1, and then it kind of just fizzled out a little bit until towards the end.
Kind of, yeah, but I feel like
because it was such a massive thing. I was buzzing when I seen it. I was like, wow, like this is fantastic.
I just remember watching it and I was like, holy shit.
Because I know Will and Noah Schnapp as well, like he gets a lot of criticism as an actor, and his character hasn't been liked by anyone, but I thought it was a really good. And visually it looked fantastic. Like it was a really great way of doing it, I think. Yeah,
I feel like we didn't get connected to Will's character as much because the whole of season 1 he was barely in it. Because he was captured, you know. But we got to grow with Mike, with Lucas, with 11 and everyone.
Yeah.
But only in season 2 and season 3 we kind of got to learn what Will is like.
Yeah.
But he was already but he was already kind of tormented by the Upside Down. You know, so we didn't actually get to know his character and who he was.
Yeah.
Until later on in the seasons.
Yeah, true. I suppose like because they focus so much on the trauma that like 11 had been through and stuff like that. But like I think people need to remember like the trauma that Will had been through, like right from the very fucking start. Like he's never. Like these kids at the end, they get to escape, and like this, it comes out of them like the connection to Vecna comes out of them, and they're just free. But Will never really got that.
Yeah,
he was always still connected, so it you know,
which I noticed as well. Like obviously the particles came out of the other kids, but that didn't happen with Will because it was already formed inside, which made the demodogs happen. It wasn't actually fully formed, and that's why he got sick with Spot, I think his name was, that first demodog. And I was thinking like, because all the monsters like the Demogorgon and the Mind Flayer, the Demodogs and everything come from the same place. The Demodogs are like the little kind of worm yolk that came up from Will. Like it's obviously the start. They grow up to the Demodogs grow up to the the full on Demogorgons as well.
Yeah.
Because it was kind of teased, I think, end of season 3.
Right.
Where the Demodog came out from the Russian base, from like in the cage.
Yeah.
And then stood up to be a Demogorgon. Remember that whole kind of the Russian arc as well?
Yeah.
Underneath the mall and stuff.
Yeah.
There was all that whole thing.
I do miss the Russian side of Stranger Things, because I feel like it's such a good, like, it just ties in with the American
Cold War and everything.
Yeah, and like, I suppose that's obviously what Brenner was trying to use these kids for, and like trying to use these power. It was trying to be used as kind of like a superpower, right? There was discussions a lot about these kids being like used as superpowers against the Russians.
Yeah. At first, but like at season 5, obviously when Dustin found his notes in the Upside Down, it almost seems like he was using it only for teleportation, like a portal to the Russians, so it's easier, and they're surprised more so than anything,
right?
But instead of using them as a army, but then after seeing what fucking Henry can do, then he decided to take his blood, put it into other kids or other mothers, have kids, and kind of go that kind of super soldier route. Yeah.
So that was actually what they did with 11 and the other kids. It was just Henry's blood was put into them.
Yeah, but obviously it affected everyone in different ways. But 11 was the closest to Henry.
Yeah.
In power wise, that's why she was able. That's why they mainly focused on 11.
Yeah.
That's why the new professor, I forget her name. The general,
Dr. K.
Dr. K.
Yeah.
She was mainly focused on 11 because they want her blood because it's same as Henry's.
I liked her as a sort of antagonist. Is that the word?
Yeah, it'd be mainly antagonist.
Yeah, I liked her. She was sort of like an evil Brenner. She was like an evil Brenner, like just no remorse, no sympathy, no empathy for anyone.
That's a good character arc as well, Brenner. In season 4, he obviously came back. We all thought he was dead, but he came back, and he sacrificed himself for 11.
Yeah,
he got shot
in the end. Yeah, it kind of came full circle. Yeah. I just to go back to that scene at the end of then Volume 1, because we'll kind of go through each volume.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's fine. Volume 1, that scene then at the military base. Do you think Vecna was trying to get Will to join him? Do you think that's what that whole plan was?
Oh yeah. Yeah, because he found out that like he does have a deeper connection to the Mind Flayer. Yeah, because the Mind Flayer is also speaking through Henry. We found that out like later on in the episodes. Yeah, I think that was in Volume 3 that we found out that he was almost, when he was in his own memory with the kids. Yeah, he was almost fighting with himself. He's just like, no, I want this. Yeah, but it was because he was like that for so long. But we found out that his emotions were completely different than what he was saying, because he was crying and then he was like, no. Yeah. But we found out that was actually the Mind Flayer feeding through him. It wasn't actually him. Yeah. Because he got infected just like Will.
It was almost like he couldn't say what he really wanted to say.
Exactly.
Sort of.
And I kind of felt bad for Henry at that point, because he didn't ask for any of it.
No.
He just wanted to save a doctor that he found in the mines, and then got infected by the Mind Flayer and got connected.
I do want to talk about that a lot later, because I have big questions about that. Yeah.
I forget what my point was.
But yeah, so...
Oh yeah, I do.
I guess Vecna would have anticipated that all of his friends would have died, been killed by those Demogorgons at the end of Volume 1, and then naturally would get Will to join him, but that just didn't go to plan, I guess. Yeah, I feel like he wanted Will to join because of his deep connection. That would have been cool if they did that for like, say like Volume 2, Will just goes on a warpath like and just becomes evil. That would have been cool. And then they sort of get him back. There's plenty of different ways I think they could have gone so unpredictable with the ending and with the series. Yeah, that would suit different people, but I think all of it would possibly be good in their own different ways. Yeah. Yeah, like true. Me personally, I would probably give the whole of season 5, let's say, a good 8.5 out of 10. Yeah, like a solid. Yeah, I don't think you can knock off too many points. I'd probably knock off a point for the ending, because, although that being said, I don't know what I wanted from the ending. I don't know what I wanted.
everyone was saying that Mike was the only one that didn't get a happy ending because 11 was MIA.
Yeah,
because we still don't know if she was definitely killed or if she
definitely was.
No, I don't think so.
I think she was.
I think usually how kind of movies and TV shows show if a character is alive, if somebody else is telling the story, if they're showing visuals, it is true.
But I think the Duffer Brothers maybe just left that up to for people if they don't want to believe that she's really dead, they have something to cling on to. But I do think she's dead.
I don't think so.
Because how could well, that kind of brings me on then into volume 2 with they bring back the sister Callie, who in season 2 I'd rather watch paint dry.
Yeah,
I just couldn't get anything from her.
Yeah,
I think it was the way she spoke. It was really dull and just she never got me.
Yeah, it was more robotic than anything.
That's it. Yeah, she felt a little bit robotic, and that kind of, I don't know. There was just no emotion to her. She didn't grip me a lot.
Yeah,
that whole group of fucking goons that she had.
Yeah, I don't know.
Season 2 didn't help her at all.
No, apparently, like that whole 11 going away with Callie and stuff like that was only over the span of 2 days. That 11 was gone. 2 days.
Yeah.
That she had this whole character arc.
Yeah.
And
it was portrayed as if she'd been gone for fucking months. Yeah. And she comes back with a new haircut and a new fucking
dress style and comes in beating up
I don't think there would have been one person that was going, you know what this season 5 needs? We need to bring back our sister.
Yeah.
One person I would have loved to see be reintroduced in some way was Terry. Her mother. There was no mention of her mother at all in season 5.
Yeah, that is true. Well, she died.
Because there was... did she die?
I think she did die, yeah.
She never died in... What was it?
She was brain dead.
What was it that when 11 went to go see her? Was that 3 or 4? 4?
It was 2.
It was season 2, yeah. Yeah.
Season 1. Oh, sorry. Jane went to see her in season 2, but we first got introduced to her in season 1
with Hopper and
Joyce.
Yeah, because they're but there was no word of her dying in season 2.
No, but she was basically brain dead.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait.
Because there were theories about the rocking chair outside the Creel house.
Oh.
Had you not seen anything about that?
No.
And people were going, why does Henry need a rocking chair? And the only reference of a rocking chair in the whole show was Terry's rocking chair.
Oh, that's freaky.
But I think she could have been brought back into it a lot more. I think there was definitely.
I think
you could have done something really good with her. But that's what I thought about Callie. I thought she was going to be. And this whole thing that they're like deep emotionally connected and they're sisters. They were fucking babies. Like I don't really. I know they kind of went through the same, I guess, abuse you could call it, but I just didn't really. That never really felt like that. It never gripped me.
Yeah,
I didn't really feel.
I don't think everyone was a big fan of that.
And even in season 5, she didn't contribute. I don't feel like she contributed much.
No.
Is it almost like did they bring her back just specifically for the ending?
Yeah, maybe.
Where in this theory that she's still alive, she uses her powers to disguise 11. Is that the whole reason they brought her back? Because she didn't. I can't think of anything she offered since she came back. When she came back in season 5, she didn't offer anything.
No,
she only threatened to kill Hopper, and she was just jealous the whole time.
Yeah,
which really pissed me off. I was like, can someone please put a bullet in her head?
It does show that the kind of arc of Dr. K, that she was trying to use any of Henry's blood to infect other mothers.
Yeah,
but that didn't work. It only worked to a certain extent.
Do you ever wonder what happened to them mothers? Did they just die then?
Yeah, they just died.
They just fucking died.
Yeah, they closed the whole rift and they died. Because that was where the base was.
That is fucking horrendous, isn't it?
I had someone talk to me the other day saying, they had a lot of loose ends and stuff like that. Like what happened to the mothers? Like they died. The whole thing disappeared.
The whole thing. They couldn't have saved them or anything. Yeah.
Well, they were dying anyway, apparently.
Yeah, they probably were. They probably were going to die.
No, Callie said that they were in bad condition, that they were dying because my blood wasn't good enough.
Yeah, it probably fucking wasn't. I wouldn't want any of her blood. Even if they told me he was going to save me, I'd be like, no, fuck that.
I just become more boring.
Yeah.
Just,
yeah, probably. But we'll talk about kind of the best and worst character anyway, but I think that's a spoiler for that one anyway. But we do then obviously learn in volume 2 about the whole wormhole.
Yeah, which I fucking loved.
I loved that as well.
That was a great explanation.
It was a great way to look at it, because obviously this whole wall was brought. It wasn't in season 4 or anything.
No, because they didn't go outside Hawkins because they didn't want to stay there as long.
Yeah, I did find it
going through it.
Yeah, I did find it weird about this whole wall introduction. But do you think that's always what the plan was from season 1?
I feel
this
like
whole this whole that the upside down is a bridge. Do you feel like this was always the plan from the start?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I think they started off very safe.
Yeah,
because then if you think about it, in season 3 or 4, I believe, 4 I think was, that we kind of learn what 11 did to Henry,
and the abyss only comes in season 4.
Exactly. So, and she, because of this trauma, her brain blocked it out. She didn't remember this until she was told this or remembered it. I can't remember how she remembered it, but remember she actually remembers fully and realized, oh, she was the one that opened the first rift and sent Henry away. They only said, oh, she forgot, and because it wasn't introduced at the very beginning, they played it safe. I think it wasn't the plan from the beginning. I think it was in the air.
Do you think Brenner and all that, I don't know what you call them, the military, I guess, do you think they knew about the abyss?
I don't think so.
No. Because they knew Henry was banished, but did they just think he was in this upside down? I think
Brennan just was the only one. Sorry, Brenner.
Yeah, you're grand.
Brenner was the only one who knew.
Yeah,
and that was a secret room as well.
You think Brenner knew?
Brenner did know.
From obviously his notes, he did know about the abyss,
and that was from when the first rift was open, or when Will was taken, from the 5th of November 5 years ago, because that's how the upside down is timed. We found that out in season 4 when Nancy and Eddie and Robin and Steve went back. Yeah, this is I've guns in my room. They went back to the room, so it's like, this was from the night that Will went missing. I have none of my stuff up to recently.
Yeah,
because when the rift was open, that's when the upside down was created.
So then so explain to me how Brenner then knew about the abyss.
Because of 11, because remember she
banished Henry.
She banished Henry. So he knew that there was some sort of fuckery going on. And then Will went missing, but they already had a gate down underneath the facility. Yeah. And that was roughly at the same time.
But it is interesting to me though, how did he know that? So eventually from his notes in season 5, he knew that the upside down was a bridge.
Yeah.
But how did how did he know that when Henry was banished, he wasn't just banished to the upside down, just onto the other side of this gate? You know,
I don't know, but I feel like because he was sending out expeditions, which we saw in season 1, he was learning about it over months and realized found the wall, but it was never mentioned. Yeah, and kind of
if Dustin was able to decipher it, then obviously so was Brenner. Yeah, exactly. But
and it's above the facility as well. This massive energy, what was it? Negative energy or whatever it was called, antimatter or something like that. That was above his own facility that they would be coming out from anyway. Yeah, from into the upside down.
So naturally, they would have learned about it. Yeah. I do think it was a really good way to do it. But see this. No, let me go to my notes. Okay. Let me go to my notes, see what I've got. I may have to cut that bit out, but it's fine.
Let me say then, because I'm a big D&D nerd as well.
I just have in my notes, how shit is their sister dynamic?
That's gas.
Oh.
But since I'm a big D&D nerd anyway, seeing different references from the show, some people obviously might not pick up on it as well.
So talk to me about D&D.
D&D tabletop role-playing game.
Yeah.
You roll dice, you see how you do. A lot of, obviously, we found out from the very beginning of Stranger Things that they were playing D&D. That's where they reference all the names from. Vecna, Demogorgon, they're all D&D.
So when you play D&D, you come across Vecna and Demogorgons and all this?
Not usually. Like, it depends on story-wise.
Right.
Like, Vecna is he's basically an undead wizard in D&D.
Yeah.
And he is one of the most powerful beings.
Yeah.
He doesn't come from the Abyss. The Abyss is an actual realm in D&D as well.
Yeah.
That's what they reference in season 5. But
I suppose he doesn't come from it in the show either. Yeah.
So he doesn't come from it in the show.
Yeah.
But when Henry was banished, we saw Demogorgons in the background when he first got there.
Yeah.
Which in D&D, Demogorgons are from the Abyss.
Are they?
Yes. The Mind Flayer is not. So that was a bit on there's just a narrative in the show. Just that the Mind Flayer is. Mind Flayers are completely different in D&D than what it was.
But then they question why there was no Demogorgons or anything like that at the end in the Abyss.
Because I don't know, actually.
Yeah. There was loads of like TikToks made about it, like when
I think I probably know, because the Mind Flayer is a physical form now. Up there. Into the Abyss. When we first saw when Henry was infected, we saw a flash of the Abyss, but the Mind Flayer was just still particles. So maybe they got all the Demogorgons, popped them like they did with the rats and the people in season 3, and made a massive version of it that we saw in season 3. Yeah. Season 3 is when we first saw the physical form, but it was smaller. Yeah. And in season 5 we saw a massive, so maybe they got every single living thing from the Abyss and made a giant body.
I think though the whole Mind Flayer they got a little bit wrong in terms of that he seemed so powerful as just particles. Yeah. But any living form of the Mind Flayer was kind of shit. Yeah. Like
I love season 3 for that, in the way of seeing the particles kind of form and kind of like underneath the facility. Yeah,
I enjoyed that. They built it up well. Yeah. And that's what I think in the end. Although, no, it was okay in season 3 actually. Like 11 was very hurt by it.
Yeah, like a lot of people were hurt. Like fucking what was his name? Max's brother died.
Max's brother was killed. Oh yeah, actually no, season 3 Mind Flayer wasn't too bad.
Yeah, like,
but I didn't enjoy. I was very not disappointed by this form of the Mind Flayer, but I think they just threw a load of shit at him, and it was like, all right, yeah, he's done. Yeah,
I mean, well, they did try and fight him a lot, but not until 11 came there, or like went to the Abyss. Yeah. Then they had the upper hand. Yeah. So to be fair, like he was pretty strong. Like he almost killed Nancy. Yeah. And they did have a good plan, but it wasn't going to work. Yeah. Until 11 got there.
Yeah, true.
So I mean, 11 is just that powerful that she just turned the tide so quickly.
Yeah. Well, I guess that kind of brings us into season 3. Or season 3, volume 3.
Volume 3.
And just the ending in general. Do we think it was paced well, the ending? You spoke about how in general you felt like season 5 was paced well, but the whole ending, do you feel like it was paced well? Because naturally the ending obviously was 2 hours, but the ending to the whole saga, I guess, was technically about an hour 20 maybe. Yeah. Yeah. There was at least a good 40-45 minutes at the end.
Yeah, I feel like just to wrap everyone up, like I think that was good. Like obviously it was really well planned out with the way Mike kind of narrated people's endings and where they went off to, instead of just showing it and everyone going to different directions. He was just telling people what they were doing. Yeah. I like the 4 kind of adult group, the like Steve, Nancy.
That was very good.
And Jonathan. I really liked that.
I really liked that because it's very relatable. Yeah. It's so relatable, and I think
having their own lives and then meeting up once a month. Yeah. It's very kind of funny in the way, because most D&D sessions as well usually only like have a month in between, unless you have unlimited time, as when if you were kids you could do it every week. Yeah. But usually when you're adults, you have stuff going on. You can only meet up with your friends once a month to play D&D. Yeah. And just reminisce. Yeah. Obviously, I think that was the reference that they were going for.
I get you.
But I do believe, it was very relatable in that sense. Yeah. I feel like they paced everyone's ending very well. Yeah. And Joyce and Hopper as well.
But I wrote down one of the things in like my closing thoughts was that their relationship wasn't really explored a lot throughout season 5 though.
No, but it was mainly because of the trauma, I'd say.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying they kind of were back to more on their kind of they were more like friendship people. They were working together, and their relationship kind of wasn't really explored until right at the end.
But I mean, I don't think they had time because they only formed a relationship in season 4.
That's the thing about it, is that there's so many things they have to get in. It's like I'm talking about Terry could have came back into it, but yeah, they naturally probably wouldn't have had enough time. But I don't know, I think there was a couple of things that maybe they could have explored a little bit more.
I understand that, but like the way obviously in season 4 they kind of had their little kind of thing going on, or was that season 3?
Season 3, a little bit, yeah, with the Russians. They were very
they were flirtatious. Kind of season 4 they started to kind of see each other, and at the end of season 4 the world split, and I don't think they had time to properly form the relationship. Yeah, but they still had that liking for one another. Yeah, to be fair, they went to school together. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so they knew each other anyway. Yeah, and then at the end they got married.
The whole thing with the. Remember they were going through like Henry's memories, Max and 11, and that whole thing with Joyce handing out the flyers and stuff like that. Yeah, that was kind of weird for me to wrap my head around. And I was expecting like somebody was going to be somebody's fucking sister or something, or there were theories about Karen being Henry's sister and all this, like being. Really? Yeah, did you not see that?
No,
there. Someone can kind of I'm very like not very central here. Yeah, there were theories about Karen like being Vecna's sister.
I think that would have ruined it for me.
Yeah, but it was just when it looped back to them all being in school together. I was expecting like a little twist like that. That somebody was going to be somebody's fucking. That Henry was going to be related to somebody. Yeah, or that, but it obviously didn't pan out that way. But that whole memory of like Joyce and all being all together in school, and like and Hopper was in school with them.
Was Joyce handing out the flyers? I thought Joyce was in with Hopper in the back room, or like smoking weed.
Who was it that was handing out the flyer then?
Was it Karen that was handing out the flyers?
I can't remember.
No, you're right. Joyce was handing out the flyers, and then Harrington came up and was.
Yeah. And at the bottom of the flyer it says like Henry Creel, but there was no mention of like
it was with like Jonathan and Steve.
But there was no real mention of like that Joyce or Hopper like knew Henry and were like talking about him like in school or no, but like even when they learned that this is Henry Creel. It was an interesting way to do it. Like you'd think as soon as they learn it's Henry Creel that like Joyce and Hopper would be like, oh yeah, like he went to school with us, or like, I don't
think they would have, because he when he was a little Boy Scout, and you seen in I think it was season 4 his background, he was more psychotic, and we found out because it was sociopathic. It was because of the mind flare. Yeah. After that moment, that's why he killed the spider. That's why he killed his family. But from that point, that's when he was with Brenner. He was with him since he was a young kid.
Yeah, true.
Anyway, so he wouldn't have been to school with Joyce and Hopper and everyone.
But then why? Yeah. So that doesn't really add up then, because then why was he at the bottom of that flyer? That doesn't really add up then for me if he was in the.
Wait, what flyer are you on about?
The flyer that Joyce was handing out for the fucking play. It was like written by Henry Creel or something by.
I need to have a look at this. Let's see if I can see. Yeah, because I don't remember this.
Yeah, he was at the bottom of the. That's why Max, when Max and 11 were walking through that scene, that was Henry's memories. Remember, they were walking through Henry's memories to get to him, and that's when she. That's when she fires him across the room in the Creel house.
I forgot about that. It was his memory.
That was Henry's memory, yeah.
Oh.
And that wasn't the first time that had come up when they got to Henry. That had come up before that memory. Max was in it already, I think.
Oh.
I think Max was in that memory before. So she knew where to go then when she was joined by 11 and Callie? Was it Callie was in it with her? Yeah.
Yeah, because it was a play for Oklahoma.
Yeah, Henry Creel was at the bottom.
Henry Creel as Curly McLean.
Yeah. So he was in. So that doesn't add up then, because if he was in the lab, like, did they let him go to school during the week? Like, like that doesn't add up to me then.
Okay, wait. Sorry.
Like, could they not have made the timeline be like it was Victor Creel that went to school with them or something? You know?
Yeah.
So then how does that... They probably mentioned it in the show, but I did think about that. I was like, that doesn't make sense to me. Sorry, audio listeners. Owen's just looking at his phone right now, just trying to decipher what the fuck is going on.
So, set 24 years before the...
See, this is why I started a podcast, because I asked the great questions.
Yeah.
I get your mind ticking.
Set 24 years before we first meet Hopper and Joyce.
Yeah.
In Stranger Things. The play will feature Hopper, Joyce, Bob Newby. Bob. Poor Bob.
Yeah.
In the senior year at Hawkins High School. We can't forget Henry Creel will be a freshman when we turn the clocks.
So he was in a different school year.
He's different school year.
So he would have been behind them in school.
Yeah, so he would have been young. This is probably just before he was taken.
But when he was taken, he was a child.
Yeah.
So that doesn't make sense. A freshman, you're like... Unless it's a freshman in like middle school, not high school. And he is literally a child.
No, I think it's high school. I think
that seemed like a high school, yeah.
Yeah, so he was taken in 1959. The show was based in 1983.
24 years previous is what?
I'd say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
It is 59, yeah. So that doesn't add up then. We're going to have to do a second podcast.
Maybe. Okay, Brenner was already aware of Henry's abilities from prior to the incidents. Staged Henry's death from shock after the murders. So he was still in school and he knew about his abilities and everything.
Yeah.
And then probably that same year that we saw in the when Max and all were going through, that was probably the same year that he killed his parents. So it was very quick. Maybe he didn't even make it to the play.
Yeah.
And Henry died supposedly. But they didn't care because he was a freshman and they were seniors.
So then there was no mention of like, oh my god, that's Henry Creel, that's who we went to school with. Like there was no...
No, I doubt they would know him because he was just there. That's what
he was on the bottom of the flyer. She would have known him.
Maybe not.
Something doesn't add up there with me.
Anyway, we're
Duffer Brothers, if you want to come on the podcast and explain yourselves, that'd be fucking great.
It's also getting really warm in here, but I came prepared for the occasion.
Everyone feel free to laugh at him. What a twat. What a twat. No, I'm just joking. It looks good. I would have liked you should have got the long sleeve one though.
I wanted to get the long sleeve or with the black on it.
The black sleeve.
Yeah, it was alright.
You've wore it in bed a few times, have you?
Hey.
No, I'm just saying you were about to say it's a bit... What were you going to say?
Yeah, it's a bit alright. Like it's
a bit alright.
It's a bit alright.
It's a bit alright, mate.
Yeah. I like it.
Sorry, I didn't mean to be mean.
Well, yeah, no. Which reminds me of Eddie. That's one death in that show that really hurt me.
Oh man, I bawled like a baby. I bawled like a baby.
Like we just met him and now he's dead.
I know. But that's one thing about this. No, we'll probably get onto that a little bit later. But where were we on volume 3?
I can't remember.
But yeah, we spoke about the fight scene. So one thing I wanted to touch on. They mentioned how the fight scene with the mind flare was shorter than the length of the scene where Will's coming out scene.
Was it shorter?
Yes.
Oh.
Will's was like 7 minutes or something, and the fight scene was like 6.5 minutes or something like that.
Oh right, okay.
But I think people do forget like how big, because at first I was kind of like, this is going to sound offensive, but in the case of that, I was kind of confused as to there was so much focus on it. But then I realized, like, no, like back in that era, like that would have been a huge thing.
Like, yeah.
Like for somebody to be, you know, to be gay or to come out would have been so much like more of a. It obviously wasn't as common and like was a lot more unheard of back then. It was a much bigger thing back then.
Plus, we saw it in season 3 that he was kind of fondly.
Was that not season 4?
We saw a lot more in season 4, but we saw it in season 3 with Mike and Will. That he was. Oh yeah, because
he was quite jealous of Elle and Mike. Yeah,
exactly. So we first saw it there. So it took him 3 years for us to see and for him to come out.
Yeah,
he could have felt like that longer, as he said, and stuff like that. So yeah. I mean, because it was a longer scene. Yeah, he kind of rambled on a bit, but I mean, I think it was an important arc for his character as well.
It was, but it also played a big part in the story. Yeah, because obviously we see when he walks into the hospital and he sees Robin kissing Vicky.
Yeah.
And that's like a big, for him, he's like, whoa, like that's a big moment. Like, so then he gets chatting to Robin about it, and Robin starts kind of giving him a little bit of guidance, because I think Robin kind of is a bit onto what he's feeling.
Yeah. But she doesn't want to say it outright.
Yeah, she doesn't want to
100%.
Yeah, she sort of just tells her story in the hope that it will naturally help him, and it does. And like what she spoke about, how she had this, was it a massive crush on Steve originally, and then
it was someone else, but someone else had
Tammy Thompson.
Tammy Thompson had a massive crush on Steve. But she had a massive crush on Tammy.
Yeah. But later she found out that she needed to. It was all about, she had to start loving herself.
Yeah.
And you know, she had to kind of learn to be free. I think that's what she said. It helped her to be free. Yeah, was just to learn herself.
She loved Tammy. She just she just realized that she needs to accept herself
for who she is.
Yeah.
And she said now how it made her feel free. That was what it is. That if she loved herself and accepted herself, and that, I think, Will's mind, you know, when he gets his powers, his mind flashes to that conversation with Robin.
Yeah.
So that ends up being a huge thing. But
exactly,
I think people might forget how big of a thing that would have been in the 80s in that era. So it was a good thing for them to touch on. I think it was probably it was quite a hard hitting scene in some ways, and I think they played it very well. And obviously, because he is actually Noah Schnapp is gay himself, it was probably quite a hard hitting scene for a lot of them, sitting there actually being it's almost like they're probably talking about it themselves. Yeah, in a way, you know, and it was probably quite a nice scene to film.
I'd say so. A lot of people, like, there was a lot of people criticizing that scene. A lot of people not even about how long it was, but just in the fact that he was coming out, and I feel like that just shows a lot from like who those people are on criticizing that. Like, like you have shows doing it all the time, and they're not trying to like just involve him or just trying to have a gay character or anything like that. You have Robin there, and everything, like, but it was just essential for his character to go through that, because he always felt like an outsider, and then when he came back from the Upside Down after being saved, he was still felt like an outsider in his own group. He didn't feel like he belonged ever. I think that there is a fact that showing, like, his friends showing him that he always will belong. Definitely helped him with his powers, like you just said, for sure, against Vecna. So it definitely was important for. But
to face, for the Duffer Brothers to just face a topic like that, just head on, I think is very brave as well. So I commend it. I do agree in terms of that the fight scene was probably could have been a bit longer.
Yeah, it could have been a bit longer, but I don't know how else they can do it. It's a giant spider monster against kids.
Naturally you're gonna just want to just fuck stuff at it and just hope that it.
I mean, I love the scene when Steve and Dustin are just stabbing underneath the mind flayer. That was a cool little bonding moment for them after everything, you know.
It was a very good scene. But did you have any predictions over who was going to kill Vecna? And that might sound like a stupid question, because naturally it's going to be 11, right?
Naturally, but it was actually
Do you know
Joyce.
what? Do you know it wasn't actually Joyce? And do you know, I actually did think in my head, I could picture. I was saying it to myself. I was like, I hope someone chops off his head.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I actually said it to myself. Yeah, I was like, I really hope someone chops off his head. I think that would be so fucking cool and a great way to do it if they do end up beating him. Someone please chop off his head. I think that would be so fucking sick.
His arm was chopped off as well, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah. Another nerdy bit for me.
Yeah.
Vecna in D&D, he is missing an eye and missing a hand. But they're powerful artifacts that if they were put together, basically would make Vecna appear.
If they were put together,
as in D&D, like if you did a spell with these, or if they're supposed to be separated. If they're not, basically he has power to do shit again. So his hand getting chopped off, and then his head getting chopped off, I was like, that's a cool little reference.
Right. I didn't think about the hand actually. I forgot that his arm actually got chopped off.
Yeah. It was pretty cool.
But you know who I had predicted would kill Vecna?
Who?
I predicted that Max would kill Vecna.
Really?
Yeah. Not kill Vecna, because naturally it was only ever going to really be 11 or Will, which in the end it was kind of both of them kind of helped to. Yeah,
I mean, like 11 definitely subdued him for Joyce.
But Will got inside his mind towards the end, and that
exactly.
That's
true.
Yeah.
And then Joyce
fucking finished him. Yeah. Brilliant fucking scene.
Never would have guessed that though. I never would have guessed.
I wouldn't have guessed it, but I just had, especially with season 5 and the end of season 4 as well. Max's life and Max's health was such a big part of all this, and her brother was killed.
Yeah.
By the mind flayer. I think I just had this in my head that it was going to be Max that would end up killing him, especially because she herself was put in a fucking coma.
Yeah.
And for her to be able to come back and to chop his head, I thought that would have been very cool. But Joyce was, it did make sense because Will was from like the very fucking start.
Yeah, exactly.
So it did make a lot of sense.
I would have just guessed L. I didn't have any predictions on who would kill him.
Really,
I think like it just makes sense for him.
I just had this vision of it. Yeah, of Max chopping off his head. But I was delighted that someone chopped his head off.
Oh yeah, that was pretty sick.
But yeah, I think they did get the kill scene right in terms of. I thought it was a very good, because like that you have a little bit of sympathy for Henry. I want to say, not Vecna. You have a little bit of sympathy for Henry.
Yeah.
Which builds up a little bit throughout, but then it flashes back to everything that he's done
to every single person, because they all gather around everyone as each chop is going down.
Yeah.
And flashes of images,
and they're just like looking, and they're just so like,
this is it. We've won.
Yeah. And it was a good moment. I'm surprised that didn't make me cry. That didn't make me cry, to be fair.
I teared up at a few parts. I just can't remember which parts it did.
Yeah, I was kind of. I think
fight between Steve and Dustin. I teared up with that.
Did you?
Yeah, because it was such an emotional fight when they were kind of wrestling, and Steve was just trying to like restrain him instead of fight him.
Yeah,
that's not like Steve.
Yeah,
he just kind of.
I think maybe more so when they made up, and he was like, "I can't lose another one." Like sort of.
Yeah, when Dustin broke down.
Yeah,
and everything. Yeah, that got me.
Yeah,
that got me badly.
Yeah, no, I didn't cry a lot, and I bawled like a baby at the end of season 3 with Hopper.
Yeah,
I bawled at the end of season 4 with Eddie.
Yeah,
but this ending, it didn't really. Do you know what? I spoke about it with somebody yesterday that I think it was because 11 as a character just didn't emotionally grip me at all.
No, I agree with that.
She wasn't very emotional like that. I don't know whether it was because they, as a human, they had to portray her so different because she was so different to everybody.
Yeah, she didn't have a childhood.
She had a different childhood, so she wasn't as emotional in the same way as a regular human.
Yeah.
So it was hard to really get pulled in by her. I didn't really feel that emotional connection to her at all, and maybe that was because she was just different with a different childhood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And she wasn't maybe as expressive as other characters. But
yeah,
for whatever reason, she didn't grip me.
I fully agree with that.
Yeah. And her dying didn't really, it didn't affect me at all, really.
I still don't think she died, because I think Mike makes a great point that the sonic things would have stopped her from using her powers. It doesn't have to be directed at her. She just has to be in the surrounding area, and she is still in agony, holding her ears. Like,
Wait, say that again.
So remember when the military captured them?
Yeah, and they used the sonic things.
They used the sonic things.
Yeah.
She was in the gate, and she was not affected by the sonic noises. Even though it doesn't have to be directed at her. We saw that in previous episodes.
Just has to be in the vicinity.
Just in the vicinity. Like, remember it was on the helicopter in the building?
But was it because she was on the other side of a fucking gate?
I mean, the way the gates kind of work, it's not like a portal that like you're literally jumping and there's an actual border. It's more so it's just you can freely go in and out like a door.
But like there is a shot of her being like pulled out of the fucking truck by the military as well. Like in the background, there is a shot of her being pulled out by the military as well.
Yeah.
So like, how did she manage to just escape that?
Callie.
Yeah.
Callie was far enough away to...
But she would have just... Like, I don't understand then what was the disguise that she made. She
just made her disappear like she did with the kids in Henry's mind. They explained it. Like Mike explained the whole thing that she went into the.
I know he did, but like so imagine you're a military soldier with 11 in your arms, like captured. Like what? Like does she just disappear out of your arms? I guess.
Yeah, I didn't think about it like that.
You know. But see, I think very like deep in where maybe I shouldn't be thinking of it so in depth like that and just enjoy the fucking ending.
Like because I love movies, you know that, but whatever is shown is what's real. So like if somebody says, oh yeah, this character's dead, like how Hopper supposedly died. Oh, Hopper's dead. We didn't actually see his body, so I knew he was not dead. Yeah, I didn't know how he escaped, but I knew he wasn't dead.
Did see that on Reddit where it was like nobody is ever dead. Nobody is confirmed dead until you see a dead body.
Exactly.
But in this, like, it's like a realm has been blown to shit. Like, there's no, like, there's hardly going to be a dead body lying there.
There was, and
if there's nothing left of it, what can you show? If there's a dead, if the whole thing was blown out of existence, then what are you gonna?
Yeah, true.
What dead body are you gonna show?
But like anytime that
am I still in shot there? Am I? Yeah.
Anytime that the guys were coming up with a theory, in the show, they all kind of, it was always just focusing on them. Oh, this could be this. He could be doing this. But anytime that they were right, it would show Vecna doing these things, grabbing the kids as they're explaining it. Yeah. Same with when Mike was explaining how she escaped, they showed it. Yeah. So that's how I'm just like, that's exactly what happened. Yeah. And that's how his mind was connected to like, okay, she shouldn't have been able to use her powers. Yeah. To escape. Yeah. To the gate. Yeah. Because of the sonic things, but Callie was able to make her disappear to walk away. Yeah. So that's how I feel like, because it was shown, it was real, and it wasn't specified as a dream or as a vision or as a memory or anything like that. It was real. That's how I perceive it anyway.
But a lot of people talked about, well, how would Callie be in close enough proximity, because she was all the way fucking at Hawkins' lab. Yeah. How would she be in close enough proximity to use her powers to disguise fucking 11 back then, all the way back there?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe she's just that powerful, just in a different way.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like the idea that she is still alive, but maybe it's just a representation of she is dead, but she's gone to her dream place in heaven with the 3 waterfalls and secluded, not under any threat.
Yeah, maybe it's like a good metaphor for like she's gone to a nice place.
She's gone to a better place.
She's gone to a better place.
Yeah. Maybe that's it, but it's never specified.
Maybe it's just a big opportunity to do a spin-off show.
Yeah, but that's
where 11 lives in 11 lives in a fucking Nordic fucking village.
I actually said this the other day. That she just goes around her normal life, and instead of it's not called Stranger Things, it's called Normal Things.
Oh, for fuck's sake! No, let's not do that. Let nobody pitch that. Normal Things.
Duffer Brothers, hit me up.
Fucking hell. Yeah, because supposedly a spin-off show with Nancy is confirmed.
Really?
I've seen that. Has anybody else seen that? I've seen that.
Oh, I don't like that. This is how you ruin series.
I know it is how you ruin
Spin-offs,
series.
like-
You need to leave. You need to draw the line in the sand
Let it die.
and move on. Yeah, we need to move on.
Yeah, that was a good ending. Leave it at that.
The series
Everyone's
is fucking
happy.
10 years old,
Leave
for
it.
fuck's sake. We need to move. Yeah, we need to relax a little bit.
It's crazy that like most of them are like two or 3 years younger than us.
Yeah,
Like that's crazy.
yeah, true. I guess we'll move on to we'll do our closing thoughts, and then we'll kind of run through a little awards. I have like 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah, okay.
That I think we could go on.
You kind of
So, one of my closing thoughts was how good it was, in the sense of that it was very realistic in terms of one thing that the show portrayed was unlikely friendships.
Yeah, very true. I did
Wasn't
like that, like Will and Robin. I'd never put those two.
Will and Robin, Dustin and Steve, an
Dustin and
unlikely
Steve is the
friendship
big one,
between
yeah.
two people. Even
Steve and Jonathan. in a weird
Steve and
way.
Jonathan towards the end. Nancy
there.
and Robin. Do you remember when they first met?
Yeah,
They never got along.
Yeah, because that's where the whole jealousy thing came from. Nancy, just because she thought he was seeing
Robin.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
she didn't obviously know she was gay and everything.
Yeah, but I think it goes to show, because that is such a thing in real life. You just end up becoming friends with people who you think might be so unlikely
Yeah.
to become friends. So I thought that was a good thing that they sort of
I did like that. Yeah.
they portrayed, was unlikely friendships was a big thing. Drifting apart from friends.
Yeah, just life
In
gets
life,
the way, yeah.
life gets in the way. No matter how much you've been through with these people, life will always end up getting in the way, and perhaps you mightn't see these friends for a long time at a time. So I thought that was a very good thing that they also. Sorry, my phone's vibrating all the time. Do you think Vecna ruined Stranger Things?
What do you mean?
A lot of people, I've seen a lot of things that people missed the sort of
Mystery?
yes, the whole, in season 1 and 2 and throughout, a lot of it was based in the lab, and there was a real dark feel to it, a mysterious feel to it.
The whole secret government thing.
Yeah,
and
the fake dead body of Will.
I did like that.
When the Russians came into it, that added a lot of mystery to it.
Yeah, like what did they using it for? What's
Hopper's
happening?
death ended up not being. I feel like they sort of lost that a little bit with Vecna. Now in season 4, you kind of have to learn his motives and stuff, and throughout, and there's a lot to learn about Vecna throughout season 4.
Yeah.
And I think they did sort of, because a lot of it was based in Hawkins' lab. With 11 as a young child, and there's a lot of it is flashbacks, and it did maintain that mystery a little bit.
Yeah,
but a lot of people talked about that it sort of lost that in season 5. But I suppose maybe the fact that the whole series is culminating, is that the word?
Yeah, I guess
It's coming to a close. Maybe you can you can just have everything out in the open now.
Yeah, like with a mystery, you have like. If you're reading a mystery novel, or if you're watching a mystery movie, or a crime documentary, like you want some level of mystery, to a certain point. You want, like, the whole reason why a mystery is so good is to find out the answer.
Yeah.
And that's what they did. They had the mystery, and in each season they're like, what is his motive now? What is he doing now? That is the mini mystery. The big mystery was at the very beginning, obviously. How did he go missing? How is he dead? How is he alive now?
Yeah.
And everything. And the whole build up of Vecna.
Yeah.
And then these bodies floating up in the air, cracking their bones and dropping out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Another mystery, but we found out it was Vecna. And then with the whole thing with Holly's character work, that she was seeing this mysterious guy that nobody else saw, and same with the other kids. What is he trying to do? And then they had to figure out that he's trying to bring the 2 planets together. It has little mysteries.
So you do think it kept its mystery? It
kept most of its mystery. The big mystery, obviously, who was behind the disappearance of Will. Yeah. They had to reveal that somehow, especially if they wanted to end the whole thing.
Yeah, that's true.
And they had to have some motive on why, like, if Will came back and we didn't know anything and there was still a mystery going on for another 2 seasons, you'd get bored of it.
Yeah, true.
So I think they did very well. This is This series was probably one of the better series that I've seen, and
do you think so? So you were very happy with it?
I was very happy with it.
Yeah. But I did enjoy in the end. I kind of missed the kind of sciencey feel to it, and the dark feel to it. But overall, I did enjoy it. I wasn't sitting here going, "Oh, for fuck's sake, like this is fucking." You know, I actually did enjoy it, and I enjoyed that. I enjoyed where it ended in terms of an hour 20 in that part, and it kind of gave a bit of downtime.
Yeah.
To kind of come down from it, because fucking hell, like imagine you ended it right after the death of Vecna and bang, that's the end of it.
You were like, what?
Yeah, I think it does that Stranger Things at the end of every big finale. It's sort of it's done that in previous seasons where it then has a bit of cool down time and it goes back to normal life and it shows you what's happened after that.
Except season 4, that just ended on like, holy shit, what happened?
Yeah.
We lost.
Yeah, true.
Because it sets up season 5.
Yeah, that is very true. But I do like that about a series, because I hate being fucking just right to the end, like what the fuck just happened. I do like a bit of a come down. So that was that. I think they ended that very well.
Yeah.
Have I got? So I did mention, I did have my closing thoughts that we didn't get to see Hopper and Joyce's relationship evolve, but we did discuss that. D&D scene. Do you think that at the end the characters were crying in the D&D scene, right?
Yeah.
Do you think those tears were possibly real?
I'd say there was some level of realism to it, because they know it's the last scene that they're going to be filming together.
I watched it and I was like, them tears seem fucking real.
Yeah.
Like real. I was like, they actually genuinely look visibly upset.
Yeah.
I feel like that, because I think they did speak about when they read the script a lot, that there was tears reading a lot,
especially like it's an end of an era.
Yeah,
like you see that with Big Bang Theory, you see that with all the like
Friends,
the big show, you see that with big shows that everyone loves, that they grew up together, they had their life together, and then it's ending.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
it's going to be somewhat emotional, so I'd say there was a lot of tears.
So naturally, it felt like they might have kept that in. But that's kind of all I had. I did also have my closing thoughts. Do we think Brenner knew about the Abyss? One last closing thought before our awards. I don't know how long we're kind of. What are we about? 1:15, 1 hour. Yeah, that's okay. We're doing all right. One closing thought I had is, why did 11 never tell the story of Benny?
I don't know.
She never told anyone about the hero that initially saved her at the very start.
Yeah, he was the real hero.
Benny's story was never told. Rest in peace, man. Rest in peace, Benny.
Yeah, and it was all covered up by the facility. Yeah.
Poor Benny was just shot and killed, and his heroism was never spoken of ever again. So I dislike 11 for that.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she never told anyone about the story of Benny.
I forgot about Benny.
I was saved by... She never told Mike... I was saved by a man who brought me in, gave me food, gave me a t-shirt to wear,
gave me chips.
Yeah. Gave me shelter.
I mean, fair, yeah. But she didn't even speak at that point.
Exactly.
And then all the other shit happened.
And he still helped her.
Yeah, but I mean, all the other shit happened.
Yeah.
And kind of life got in the way, I guess.
Benny was never spoken about.
Yeah.
Ever. So maybe we could do a spin-off series
with Benny.
A prequel of Benny.
Yeah.
That would be quite cool. Just shows you how he runs the shop. Sort of him just flipping burgers.
And the finale is...
him getting killed.
And
then it leads into... That would be sick.
Yeah.
Because then it's like Star Wars. Like they released the prequels after.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool.
That would be pretty cool.
Like you focus on
just
more
like
on...
Even just like a 2-episode thing.
Yeah. But then for all the people who love the mystery and the lab sort of side of it, the whole series could be about before what happened when 11 turns up, like the Hawkins lab, then and just between every scene.
You could do it like a kaleidoscope type of thing. You ever see that? You ever see that show? On Netflix?
Yeah.
That's a great show. You can watch it any episode and get a different story each time.
There you go. Exactly. And like between every scene, it just cuts to Benny flipping burgers.
Yeah.
And like
just between each scene,
just telling stories. Just him telling stories to Larry behind the bar, who's just waiting for a
waiting for a chicken.
So if we could get that as a spin-off, that's the only one I'd accept is a Benny spin-off.
The Benny spin-off, yeah.
But I mean we've been going for a while, so I think we will just kind of discuss our little awards here and just kind of crown first, should we do best character?
Best character, yeah.
Okay. So, should we try out some nominees?
We should try out some nominees. I say what, 3 each?
3 each, yeah. So I personally, my nominees, right, would be, or people I would think of. I think there's 3 for me. I think
there's 4 for me.
So number 1, I have Max. Max is up there for me.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Number 2 is Henry.
Oh man, yeah.
And number 3 is Hopper.
Hopper's on my list.
Yeah.
The other 2 weren't on my list.
Really?
Yeah.
You have Steve or Dustin?
I have Steve.
Yeah. But
Eddie.
I just think the best character, like, although Steve is... And he has a big character arc as well. Like, his character changes a lot.
Man, he went from a fucking idiot jock to a babysitter to serving ice cream, defeating Russians, and then being a badass.
Yeah.
Like, that's a great character arc.
Yeah.
But Robin is probably one of my favorite characters.
Robin.
Yeah. Robin is one of my favorite characters. I just like how unapologetically goofy.
By the way, that was a bit weird.
I just love how unapologetically goofy she is in serious situations.
Yeah, I like that.
It's just great.
That's
it's a
very
comedic
true.
relief.
I'm with you there.
I love it.
Yeah. Okay. That's very true.
So she's on. That's number 1. Okay, Robin.
Maybe when we release this, we could put it on our Instagram. We could put 3 nominees forward, and we could ask who was
the best character. Yeah. Okay. So you picked Hopper.
We could try out
Henry and Max.
We could like try out 3 nominees between the 2 of us. We could pick 3 nominees.
Okay.
And for each of these awards, we could throw out like a little poll after we release this podcast. Yeah. Okay.
like
right.
that,
I'm up for that. All right. So we should probably each of us put one forward, and then we'll decide on a third one. Should we do that? We'll compromise on a third one.
Oh, so we're doing 3 just in total.
Yeah.
Not 3 each.
options on the poll.
Okay.
For each question,
okay.
maybe. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna throw Henry forward.
Okay. I'm gonna throw Robin forward then.
And then who else could we agree on? Maybe Hopper?
No.
I think you don't want to throw Hopper in there. I just think
he is a good character, but I feel like
he's been in there like nearly right from the very first scene.
Yeah.
And you see him coming in and he's smoking his cigar and he's like strolling into the office, and
he's just an everyday
shit
cop
that he's been through, man. Like, people forget like
he was
his
in the Vietnam
story.
War.
Yeah.
And everything.
And like the loss of his daughter.
Oh, yeah.
And then he still has it in him to take in another little girl and treat her and look and protect her. Like,
the way he looked at Joyce, it was just like, I can't lose her.
Yeah.
He didn't even need to say anything about his previous daughter. Joyce just knew.
She knew.
And I was just like, I was waiting for him to say, I can't do it again.
Yeah.
But he just said, I can't do it.
Yeah.
It can't happen.
And then for him to not falling in love with Joyce, but like he has that for Joyce, and then it all comes full circle at the end.
Because they
go
did
to
date
Enzo's.
Before.
Yeah.
They did a date in school.
You know what I mean? So I like him. He's been ever present in the series.
Yeah.
He died and then well, he didn't die, but you know what I mean?
Supposedly died. He got captured by the Russians.
Man,
okay, yeah, let's agree with Hopper then.
I think Hopper. But were you going to throw anyone else in there?
I didn't.
Were you really strong on someone?
Mind. No, I didn't. Like Hopper is going to be like a fan favorite.
I'd be stronger on Hopper than Steve.
That's fair. Okay.
For Henry, should it be Henry / Vecna? Because Henry is just like season 4
different
Henry.
characters technically.
Could put that as like Henry / Vecna.
Yeah. His character in total, the good and the bad.
Mr. Watson, he just didn't have I don't feel like he was in it long enough to
No, that was just
to be thrown
Henry,
in with it.
Fair.
It was just Henry for me. Yeah, it was just a kind of a side character. He was just playing
As I said, like he did that.
It's
same
still
thing
Henry
with 11.
for me.
He did the same thing with 11. So I just see that as Henry.
Yeah.
So Henry Vecna.
So
Robin.
Henry Vecna. You want to throw in Robin?
Yeah, and then Hopper.
Yeah, okay,
they're the 3.
So for any of these, head over to our Instagram maybe the day this gets released, or maybe we'll leave it to the day after. Naturally, get people to watch it.
We'll kind of figure it out. But if within the day,
make sure you follow our Instagram at the Comfort Zone Pod, and have a look out for them. We'll put them out. But what about worst character?
I think we can both agree.
I think we can both fucking agree.
Yeah,
Callie. Thank you.
Yeah.
Right. So if everyone doesn't vote for her on the polls, then you're fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I don't even want to do a poll for that one, but can we throw in some 2 other options that people maybe could vote for? Is there anyone that you really didn't enjoy? You know who's just sprung to mind? What was the girl that got hit with the fucking skate in the face?
Oh,
she pissed me off.
It wasn't the worst character. She was just it was a good character because she pissed off 11 really well.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's a bad character. I just mean bad to watch.
Yeah.
By what? So I think
is there anyone else that could really be thrown in there for worst character?
I feel like they missed out opportunities on Mike's dad, so I'm going to throw him in there.
But I feel like he's like an unsung hero. He's like, people just love Ted. Like, I've seen on TikTok a lot of girls have said they'd get up on Ted. I'm just putting that out there. Maybe it's for his money. Clearly it was for Karen. But anyway.
Suburban dads.
Yeah, no,
okay, this is
a lot of people might want to throw in Will in there. A lot of people weren't a fan of Will.
Okay, we'll throw Will in there.
Yeah, we'll throw Will in there just for the poll,
and we'll throw Erica. Erica's
Erica didn't. I wasn't mad on Erica a lot of the time.
Yeah, I didn't mind Erica. I think she it almost like the whole Holly story because she was a younger sister and everything. But I feel like they could have done a lot more with her character. I think with what she did was a decent character, but they could have done a lot more. So I'm going to throw her in there as well.
Okay, so we've got Callie, Will, and Erica.
Yeah.
There's only one winner in there, but
but just in case people have different opinions, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Best character development or character arc. So.
Man,
somebody who's kind of just been through a lot in the series, has changed throughout. I feel like we have to get Steve into one of these awards. So
that Steve was my pick.
Could definitely put him in there.
Eddie in some way, because he was a coward and then he decided to sacrifice himself for everyone else.
There was definitely somebody else I was thinking in there though.
Dustin, he had a big character arc.
Do you think so?
Yeah. Like he literally said "fuck you" to the whole principal at the end.
Yeah, true. But that was like a full circle kind of moment.
Yeah. Or
character development. Nancy
had a big character development.
But Nancy had that badass energy from her from season 1.
No, from season 2. Oh no, season 1, yeah, but
season 1 she was fucking target practicing with a shotgun.
Yeah, but seeing her like her little like schoolgirl type of aesthetic with Jonathan, been like, oh, let's go monster hunting, to now facing a giant monster, but like, yes, I'm gonna be bait. Fuck this shit. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Badass moment.
Yeah, true.
A lot of people don't like Nancy. I found out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know one person in particular that does, like, he wishes that she died.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's kind of
weirdly, but I understand it in some way, but at the same time I do like her character arc. Yeah. So I think she should be on this. Steve and Nancy at least.
Steve, Nancy,
Eddie or
Brenner.
Brenner is a good shout.
But I don't think that really he only came around just at the end.
Yeah, I don't think that really impacted me as much.
He literally came full circle in his last moments. Yeah, I don't.
Like good character development takes time. Like Steve, I know. Like in for that first season, he obviously changed up his shit because he realized what the hell is going on.
Robin could be a big one. Robin could be in there as well.
Because really,
yeah.
I don't think so, because
she became a big part of the group when naturally originally she kind of had to cling on a little bit off Steve, but she became a big character. You know, how much she supported Will.
That's very true. I think Joyce is a good shout
for character arc.
Yeah, she was this everyday mom and then was in hysterics when she couldn't find her son.
Yeah,
she had a whole
terrified. Yeah,
she was terrified. She blamed herself because she didn't check on him.
Yeah,
and then at the very end, she kills the person who stole her kid.
Yeah, that is.
She had that kind of courage to face the man that took him.
Yeah, that's true. I suppose character arcs are massively up for interpretation, aren't they?
Yeah,
but Yeah, I could throw Joyce in there. And I think it goes to show that like she plays a mammy very well, in the sense that she really believed this from day one.
Yeah.
So then naturally anything that had happened throughout the whole like from season 1 onwards, she was always on board with, or she always believed her children, or you know what I mean. And that's a big part of being a mom, is really trusting in your children, and and she really followed this through right to the fucking end, and right from the start she was all in on this.
She was on a warpath.
Yeah. And
that in season 5
she'd do anything to protect her son, basically. So she would believe anything.
Exactly. So even in season 5 she even said to Will that and Hopper that like I was so like scared to let him go because I wanted to protect him, because I didn't want him to go missing again. Yeah. And she overcame that and let him use his powers
to kill Vecna. Yeah.
She overcame her fear of losing her son. Yeah. To defeat the person that took her son in the first
place. Fact that she even ends up in the abyss in the first place is pretty fucking badass. Like for just her to go into the abyss like that is pretty. Yeah, I can throw her in there. So we've got Steve,
Nancy and Joyce.
Okay. Unsung hero. So like the person that doesn't that doesn't get spoken about enough, that kind of the underrated character.
Bob.
Really?
Like he was big at that point where he did help, but I feel like he is an unsung hero.
Do you think so?
He doesn't get enough recognition. Yeah.
Bob Newby, superhero. Yeah.
He was such a good person, though.
He was. To be fair. He was, man. Yeah, I don't know, character. But like I'm thinking, like, could a Lucas be thrown in there?
No, I don't think.
No. Do you feel like he was just a bit part kind of character? Holly?
No.
But I feel like she'd be getting a lot of credit season 5.
Yeah.
Karen. Jonathan?
No, I think
Jonathan had a big part to play in this whole thing, but I feel like he doesn't get spoken as like one of the main characters, and he's not necessarily the heartthrob of the show either. Like Steve takes the plaudits on that.
Yeah, I think Karen is a good shout, because this is her first time dealing with a Demogorgon or anything of that world. Yeah, she sees it in her kitchen or in her bathroom and decides that I'm protecting my fucking child. Don't care what this thing is. Yeah, I'm gonna kill this thing and get slashed to bits, and survives.
Yeah, and she didn't cheat on Ted in the end.
Exactly.
She deserved. Well, imagine giving someone credit for not cheating on their partner, but
she was tempted though.
She was very tempted. Yeah, and well, rightly so. You know, Billy was a handsome fella. Rest in peace. But could he be an unsung hero, Billy?
No, I feel like his sacrifice was very obvious. In the way that he was a dickhead at first, but that was his normal life, and then he got taken over. Yeah, and then he sacrificed himself. But I could see it.
Yeah, but I want to throw Jonathan in there. I think he doesn't get the credit that he deserves.
Okay, then I'm throwing Karen in there.
Okay, so we have Karen. We have Jonathan.
Yeah.
And did we say anyone else? Unsung hero.
I said Bob.
And Bob doesn't really fill me with that, like, though. I have a. Could Enzo?
Enzo. Who's Enzo?
The Russian guard that helps Hopper escape, which never got any mention after season 4.
Oh my god, yeah.
Did anyone ever hear from Enzo?
I forgot about Alexi,
yeah.
Oh, he was a great guy.
Alexi.
Okay, I can put in Enzo. I feel like that would be funny for people to try.
Yeah, I feel like that's just an out there kind of one to throw in. Enzo.
We wouldn't have.
He could be an unsung hero. Like Hopper wouldn't have got back without Enzo.
Yeah. Okay, Enzo.
I'm happy to throw Enzo in there. So we've Jonathan, Karen, and Enzo. That's a pretty interesting lineup. Like,
yeah.
I feel like you kind of have like a good ladder there of like Jonathan's like a main character, then Karen's sort of like a bit
a side character,
and then Enzo's just like a one season wonder.
Oh,
but
man.
He's definitely an unsung hero, I think.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have got 100%. The plaudits. And then finally, best season.
Ooh.
So we can throw in probably maybe 3 options out of 5, I think.
Okay, well,
my vote.
Yeah.
Season 3.
I was going to say that same thing.
I think season 3 was very good.
Probably the one of the better better seasons.
You have the whole like them, like Steve and Robin in the ice cream shop.
Yeah. Them
discovering the whole Russian thing. The whole like them
the
being
big battle in the mall with the fireworks and everything.
The battle in the mall. Yeah. The Hopper and Joyce going down to the the Russian base, like disguised as Russians.
Exactly. The rats exploding, the whole underground mine, like all the people just
obviously
kinda,
Billy was very good. The whole
that was a freaky season. That was a freakier season.
The whole Nancy Drew, like I really enjoyed that. That was a great aspect to it. Their whole journalism,
that was freaky.
Look, I really enjoyed that aesthetic of them as journalists.
Yeah,
Nancy with like her curls and like the real journalistic look. I really enjoyed that. Dustin singing at the end, a never-ending story. Obviously, that's a famous scene as well.
Yeah. Actually, we never heard anything on on her either.
There's a lot of characters you just never hear again. The police chiefs. Season 4. The police chiefs that Hopper worked with, never heard from them after
true.
season 4. There's a lot of characters that you just never really heard from towards the end.
I don't think Susie's around anymore because we saw her in season 4, but that was the last time we saw her.
That was the last time we saw her, yeah.
And Dustin doesn't mention anything of her either.
But I think season 3 has to be in there for me.
Okay. Season 4.
Season 1 is very underrated though as well. Because that's what grips you.
Yeah.
And the whole mystery and the lab side to it, and I just feel like, but then you're missing out. If you put in season 1, you're missing out either one of season 4 and 5. But then I don't really want to just go 3, 4 and 5. But they are probably the best ones, but it feels too easy to just go 3, 4 and 5 as the best.
Season 2
is the worst. I'm not having season 2 in there.
What was season 2 again?
Callie and the whole sister, and she goes off,
was that
goes
when Bob
missing.
Was in it?
Yeah.
Was that season 2? Was that the whole the introduction of the mind flayer?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No. I 3, 4, 5. I have to say.
Does it have to be 3, 4, and 5? Yeah.
Like season 1 is good, but
people could put season 1 over 5.
Okay. How about we do a poll of which is the best season, and we see what percentage
of all 5
and see the percentage and the top 3 of that poll.
Yeah, true.
Is what it is.
Yeah, I'll back that. Yeah, we could just throw all in.
Yeah, personally, it's 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Then 1, then 2.
For me, my actual best season is season 3. I think season 3 clips it. Season 4 though as well is just as good, but
just I think visuals. It was really creepy in season 3, like eerily creepy. Then it got even weirder and creepier in. There was
a very haunting kind of feel in season 4.
Yeah. In those 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Season 5 was a bit more holy shit. Holy shit,
like heart racing. Like
it wasn't creepy, but it was like season 3 and season 4 are the creepiest seasons. Yeah. And I love that.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. I would sort of just go back and watch season 3 on its own though.
Oh yeah.
For me.
Same with season 4 for me, because just them swimming in the lake and then just and then dying. Yeah. Just terrifying in the pitch black and everything.
Yeah, true. I'm with you there. Yeah. But maybe we'll just throw up all 5.
And then that bully getting split in half by the fucking rift up in the mansion when the gates started the 4 gates started to open. When Max,
what bully was that?
Remember, it was the bully that was going after Eddie.
Jason?
Jock. I think his name was Jason. But
did he get split in half, did he?
Yeah, remember they got up and Lucas bet the shit out of him, and he was lying down, and as the gates were splitting open, he was lying down in the gap, and he literally split, and he was screaming and then just died. Yeah, it was fucking horrific.
Hold on. Stranger Things car floating, what the fuck? Chase.
Oh, that's when they did the whole van thing.
Oh God, yeah. Fucking hell. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really show the full thing, but wait, what?
Well, yeah.
I don't know what this edit is, but Jesus.
Yeah, he literally gets split in half.
No one even batted an eyelid when he split.
Yeah, I did. He was a dickhead anyway, but
how does that work though? Like, surely he just stay full. He just stay and you just fall into it.
No, because it's splitting space at any point. Like you saw in you saw in the truck in season 5 when the 2 Demogorgons came and took the kids. It was on the roof of the
true.
Like you seen it come out of anywhere.
Yeah,
like the riffs.
Yeah, true. Jesus Christ, best death.
That's best death.
Yeah, probably. That might be.
No, best death is Callie dying in the rift.
We don't know if she died though. That's the thing. Oh yeah, she did because it was blown up. But
Yeah.
we don't know. Yeah, true.
There's no rifts left, no gates left.
Yeah. Best death, Callie dying. Yeah, true. Yeah, we don't need to do a poll for that. But I think I'm kind of happy. I feel like we've kind of gone over most things. There's obviously probably some things we've probably jumped back and forth a lot in this podcast.
Yeah.
And,
it was more of a chill one today, and I know it was just only about Stranger Things, but I think that was.
But I am glad I'm glad we've got to do it. We'll probably do it for more like movies or series like that, or
there's a few
big
movies coming out this year. To be fair, that I'd love to kind of review, like even just a small bit of an episode.
For sure.
A few Marvel movies coming out this year.
Oh, sorry, I'm yawning now. Oh God. I'm hungry. That's why I'm starving right now.
Too.
But yeah, no, I think we've overall Stranger Things out of 10.
9 out of 10.
Yeah, I'd give it a solid 9. It would lose a point on that, just like it's not going to please everyone, but
like,
and there was obviously some bits that could have been put in here and there, but
I've seen like 10 out of 10 shows that have actually gripped me, that I love the ending, love the character arcs and everything, and that's a 10
is
out
it
of 10.
in like your top 5 shows you've ever seen?
I'd say it has to be within the top 5 now. That
top 3?
No, I don't think top 3.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I don't know for sure because I have a lot of comfort shows.
Yeah, true.
But top 5 definitely, because now that it's finished, I couldn't rate it because
you had to see how it
ended.
Yeah,
because the ending.
Sometimes I don't like that though, and that you have to wait for the ending to see how much you like it.
Yeah,
like
I could really like a show, and then the ending shit, and I'm like, that ruined the whole show for me.
Really?
Yeah, I've had a few.
Jesus,
like that.
Imagine that happened with Stranger Things after watching it for fucking 10 years. Like,
that's why I was so excited to watch it. And nervous at the same time.
Yeah,
but they did it well for me anyway.
Oh, okay. We have to end this podcast before I keep yawning. But I think we're happy to call it there. I feel like we've kind of covered everything. But that's going to do it for this week. Our next podcast, we're not going to give anything away, but
that's coming up soon.
Should we give anything away about it?
We can say.
Can we say it's one of our biggest yet?
Yeah, we can say roughly what it is, but not.
Nah, we'll just say it's one of our biggest yet.
Okay,
not it. But we really appreciate everyone tuning in. Our next podcast is going to be very big,
so make sure to tune into that.
Subscribe, like the video, because that just helps us out massively. I think people forget to do that, but. Well, obviously, if you don't like it, then you don't like it. But we would appreciate anyone who stops by, likes the video.
Yes.
Follow us on Spotify as well. Thanks to all our audio listeners.
Yes.
We were actually getting a lot more audio listeners lately, so I do appreciate that.
I think it's easier to listen to a podcast more
rather than having to look at us. Like look at us. Look at him.
Look at me.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. No, I'm joking.
No, because usually people put on podcasts to kind of go around and do things, but
yeah, exactly.
Some people like sitting down watching them. So
exactly. Yeah. So. No, we do appreciate everyone that's tuned in.
Yes.
And make sure to stay tuned. Follow our Instagram as well. We'll be putting them polls out and stuff as well.
Yeah, keep an eye out for those.
Gonna try and do a few more little bits on our Instagram. I don't know necessarally what yet, but we do want to keep our Instagram active. And
with this new year, we've been looking at a few things that we can try and improve and
100%.
So
100%. We don't want it to ever get stale. So we can promise that it won't ever get stale.
Yeah.
But I'm buzzing for this year. We have so many big plans, and
can't wait.
Some plans that I can't even believe I'm talking about.
I know, yeah.
It's actually pretty fucking weird. But no, we appreciate everyone stopping by.
Yeah, thank you.
Like, subscribe, follow our Instagram at the Comfort Zone Pod. No, is it at the Comfort Zone Pod?
Yes.
And we'll be back soon. And we appreciate everyone stopping by.
Bye.
Peace. Well, I don't know why I did that.
Peace.
We'll see you next time. Yes. Thank you.